What's up, guys? I'm Jalen H. Today I'm currently watching Initial the fourth stage, episode 23 and 24. This is the end. Last time we had the beginning of Takemi versus Joshima, the God Foot as we know him. No, the God Hand. And Takami's kind of getting washed. I mean, he led the first time and he didn't get past, which is the good part. But the second time, now he's chasing and he's looking at him go and he doesn't really understand. He's doing everything that Takami has told not to do, but he's still in the lead. And, of course, Ryosuke said, hey, don't look at him. Look at the road. You're chasing a ghost. What does that mean? I hopefully we figure out now, and I think this will only last one of the last two episodes. So I'm expecting another separate race in some capacity on episode 24. But maybe they just relax because we're going to go into fifth stage starting next week on Tuesday. But before that, of course, we have to finish what we got going on today. Three, two, one. Alright, this is it. As we know, one of Takami's greatest abilities is his adaptability and his ability to basically copy what his opponent does on the fly. We've seen him doing it multiple times. We could even see a return of the vanishing card trick he does sometimes. It is nice.
But he's running different lines.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if we're going to copy those or overcome them, maybe? I don't know.
How can he stay on those screwed up lines and still be so fast?
Like, I don't want to copy the objectively bad lines and then end up just losing because it's like it's a card diff or something. You know what I mean? Obviously, this course is mostly turns.
The guy you're going up against is far and away the best you've ever faced. Not
The
much in
best.
his armor. You might not think you can win, but stick to your guns.
I wonder if that best includes Ryosuke himself.
Tough it out. Remember, you aren't racing a man. You're racing a ghost.
A ghost.
Don't forget that.
I know he's like, what does that mean? But maybe we'll learn that.
But for how long?
I don't know. Like, when will he see like the moment?
Hey, have you been keeping track? How many runs is this?
Let me think. They started with the 8-6 leading, so I guess that makes 4, 5. This will be the 6th run.
Would have figured the whole thing would be over by now.
Six.
Didn't expect it to go on this long.
That's what I figured on. I thought this was a lock, but after everything we've seen so far, I don't know who's gonna win anymore.
Yeah, but they did say something about Joshima liking to like tease his opponents, maybe. So maybe he's not fully going all out. I don't know if that is what I'm supposed to take from that.
The line he's using, it changes every single run.
Weird. By ghost, is he like chasing a previous run?
This doesn't make sense. Is that the kind of thing he does when he goes for a time attack? Because if the dude can pull off a record time doing this, then why does he even bother choosing lines at all?
Yeah, I don't know how to overcome this one.
Something about tonight feels off, screwed up. Can't put my finger on it. It's possible there's some factor we can't see that's keeping Joshima from being able to pull away. I don't know what it is, but it feels like there's a hitch in his plan.
What do you mean, hitch?
I don't know.
If he's been stringing the 8-6 along on purpose like it seems, Joshima might have a rude awakening waiting for him around one of these turns. Godarm isn't the only one out there with a strategy.
Every run they do, Takemi's going to get a little better.
Kumihiro, when they finish the 6th run, let's ask the Purple Shadow about taking a break to refill the gas tanks.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Maybe give him another tip.
This has been a pain in
Some
the
water.
ass. I'm getting dragged all over the course out there. It sucks.
Yosuke warned you this guy was gonna be.
Can we change the tires?
He was right. Oh yeah, and I wanted to ask you. Do you think I could check out the time data on the race so far?
Okay, yeah.
I'm thinking there's got to be a big disparity between the times for the runs. It looks to me like the S2000 is changing its style every time. I mean, he's all over the place.
That's not what I'm seeing. According to this readout, you're the one who's out of sync tonight.
Huh?
Here, see for yourself.
How?
Take a look at this chart on the 2nd, 4th, and 6th runs where the other guy was leading you. It's almost creepy how close together all of his times are. His ability to maintain his time is so accurate that it borders on mechanical.
No way that's possible. How is he pulling
But
off
he's
such perfect
taking...
times?
I don't know.
You think you're dragging this race out a little bit? I know you're having a good time and all, but come on.
Not a chance. I'm not having one bit of fun. I've been driving like a desperate fool out there. You might not see it from here, but the kid is just that good.
I don't care how good he is. You know it's a bad idea for old boys like us to take on kids like him in an endurance test. We just don't have it in us anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'll end this business in the next run or two.
All right. We'll be waiting at the bottom of the mountain to celebrate your victory.
Gotcha.
You're going to be waiting a long time because we're winning this.
He'll only try to confuse you, throw off your line, so be careful. The fact that your times have been so inconsistent when you're leading, all that says is that you've been falling under his control, right where he wants you to be so he can clench the win. Don't allow yourself to be fooled by what you see him doing on the road. Trust your instincts.
Like, when you're behind him, don't race him. Race yourself when you're leading. Does that make sense? Maybe not.
There's no need to match his pace. Just relax and do your own thing. Your best shot is to take the counteroffensive. You should have already noticed that you can use the gutters and hedges on this course. You need to take advantage of that when you can. Pay attention to those things. I don't think I have to remind you everything Project D has riding on this.
Come on, undefeated. We need this. I obviously think we win this as the one that's trailing, right?
I think you'd ever even consider the possibility of running the exact same time using completely different lines. And to be perfectly honest, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it myself. In all my years doing this stuff, I've never heard of anyone making that happen.
The lines may change, but they're not what's important. Consistency helps, but running the course the same way each time is unnecessary. Remember, our opponent has years of experience on us.
Right.
A win is still possible, however unlikely.
Absolutely. But I'm also certain that Joshima does have a favorite line, and that we haven't seen it yet.
Huh? Then that would...
You think so?
He's holding back. Almost.
He's holding back.
I only hope that Fujiwara has realized it by now. He didn't get the nickname Godarm for nothing. I'm assuming that he has the ability to drive equally fast on different lines, which explains how he's been able to keep his time so consistent. That being said, he should still have specific lines that he uses when he's gunning for his best time.
Right.
But even after all these runs, he hasn't tipped his hand to us quite yet. He's waiting for the right opportunity.
So that's why Ryosuke told Takemi to ignore his opponent and concentrate only on the course. That's
right. Yeah, don't look at him.
Called him a ghost. You're saying Takami's ability to absorb the strengths of the people he chases is hurting him the longer he's behind this guy. The closer he watches, the less he knows what to do. He sees all the dummy lines Joshima's throwing at him. It's getting inside his head and confusing him.
You got it. But the 7th run's gonna change things up. I have a feeling the good doctor plans on winning this thing by overtaking the leader at a weak point.
You might be right. I hope not.
No, I don't think he wins this run.
You can't be serious. I had to push myself and the H6 to our limits. And he hasn't even been going all out this whole race?
Basically.
Damn it. My tires are practically worn bald.
Dang it. It's going to get harder.
This time around, I don't feel like I can win. Feels like I'm the puppet and this guy's got control of my strings. Man, what the hell is it with me and old geezers and fast cars? It seems like no matter what move I try and make, he's always one step ahead of me. I've got no idea what to do. I'm freaking lost tonight.
I was checking the times up to this point, and it looks to me like everything's been at Joshima's pacing. I don't think Project D expected to get worn down nearly as far as they have.
I haven't checked it, but I think the tires on the 8.6 are running out of rubber. One-handed steering doesn't
True.
wear him down like the two-handed technique. And I just had another thought. Anyone
What?
who's chasing Joshima with everything they've got is gonna have a hell of a hard time finding their rhythm. The more experience they got, the more sure they are of their abilities, the more confused they'll get behind him. At first, it doesn't look like Joshima cares about picking the right lines. But everything he does is calculated. It's all perfectly controlled. He does what he does to confuse his opponent's rhythms. After he gets in their heads, he's more in control of what they do than they are. I've never seen anything like it before. There's a part of me that actually feels sorry for that kid in the 8.6. He's got
Don't feel
3
sorry.
whole runs of watching Joshima's driving under his belt. He must be sweating like a whore in church. It's gonna end like Joshima said. We got 1 or 2 more runs left.
There's a multiple S-curve in the first half of this course. At 10 turns strong, it doesn't make for an easy ride. Quite the opposite.
Right.
If there's going to be any kind of switch up anywhere in this battle, it'll be there.
It'll happen there? Yeah.
Unless I'm way off, Joshima will make the move.
Hoshino might have poked at me about it, but there's a damn good reason I've dragged this race out as long as I have.
Why?
Watching that 8.6 from behind, the reason is as clear as the moon on a cloudless night. I can finally take advantage of his worn-out tires.
Oh, yeah. Wait till they worn down, I guess. That's not a bad strategy.
My tires are going too. They're about ready to splinter. But I'm going to win this thing with my brain, how an adult does it. It's on either the 8th or 9th turn of the multiple S-curve. There's a point where the rhythm changes. It's subtle, but it's there.
Focus in the road, talk to me.
Right before that, there.
Ooh, they're gonna be side by side. Ooh. Takami's done something similar to that before. Okay, that was kind of dangerous. There's a tree right there. Okay. Because after this, Takami has to repass him. Okay. Whatever you got, use it now. Halfway. No way they dragged this out to the final 2 episodes. Not that I would mind. This is a pretty good race right here. The God Hand, God Foot art. I don't know if I call this an arc, but this little two race session has been some of the best of fourth stage. Which obviously you save your best for last.
Don't be down on yourself, kid. You're not a bad driver. Quite the opposite, in fact. I mean, considering the abilities of the 8-6, you've managed to put up a heavyweight fight. You've got skills, that much is obvious, and talent. I hope you keep going. Keep your experiences in your pocket, learn from them, and grow.
Okay, I understand. Thanks. Hey, Ryosuke, they're saying Fujiwara just got passed.
Yeah. It's okay, it's okay.
End of it. He's done good
No.
enough now, but it's over.
The guy made a smooth move and owned it. There's no doubt about that. He was in total control of the race up to that point and held off on passing until he knew he could pull it off without a hitch. You have to hand it to him. His timing was perfect. And it was all due to his one-handed steering technique.
Yeah, that's that
Even if we knew all
experience.
about it before we got here, we never could have avoided this.
All right, you did it! You did it!
This freaking sucks, man. What the hell does Fujiwara think he's doing? Keisuke won the hill climb and now he's screwing up the downhill.
He got past.
He's trying, man.
Had to happen sooner or later.
And now there's nothing we can do. There's no way we're gonna win on the downhill. We're totally hosed.
Is that what you think? If there was
My boy
anyone else
Keisuke.
behind the wheel of that 8-6, I'd agree. But there's not. That's Fujiwara driving. No way to tell what he's gonna try to pull next.
I guess you're right, but
Maybe it's just that I don't want you to lose. If anybody deserves to show you up in a battle, damn it, it's
It's
gotta
me.
be me.
Yeah. Like, I feel
Joshua's
like it'd be
technique is so
wrong
perfected that it becomes harmful to a driver like Fujiwara
for one of
who
them to
operates mostly on
not
instinct. Their types don't mesh
lose
well
against the
together.
other.
Before he knows what's going on, he's synced up. And he's pulled along for the ride. I knew from the get-go that this would happen. There was never a doubt in my mind. But now that the stalemate is broken, practically anything can happen.
I don't get it. What do you mean, it's broken?
Fujiwara is freed from being controlled. He can regain his own pace and finish out the battle in his own way. It may look grim
How
at the
so?
moment, but they haven't beaten us yet.
Is he using his best line now?
Time to leave this kid in the dust. No point in saving my tires anymore. I'll use the rest of
He's
my
using it
trip
all
to
up.
leave you wondering where I went.
Ooh, he's decently ahead of us now. I don't know. Takemi's not like saying anything that's making me believe that he's ready. Take this gutter here, yeah, but how are we gonna pass him?
Did you see that? The 8-6 was behind Joshima.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. How'd he even do that?
Keep in mind, the 8.6 isn't the only car wearing down its tires tonight.
Yeah.
This 2000 is a little heavier. That'll do its own damage.
You got a point there.
It doesn't matter how skilled you are at managing your tires, there's a physical limit. It's true you can only do so much for so long. That time is going to come for our opponent as well. It's not like his tires are exempt. And under those conditions, the 8.6 actually has many more advantages. We know that Joshima's one-handed style of steering is his big thing. That's his golden egg. But the fact he's felt comfortable enough to continue driving with one hand means one thing. That as hard as Takemi's been trying to throw him off his game, he's still squarely in his element.
Okay, but what's your point?
When something jarring happens in a race, most drivers instinctively grab the wheel with both hands. My point is that he's confident that nothing like that would ever happen to him while he's in this battle.
Right.
Cool, I get what you're saying.
When racing, this guy can intuit what's coming next. That's why it always appears that he knows how to predict exactly what's around each corner. He's confident that everything will always go his way. That's what allows him to use his one-handed steering. We have to break that confidence. We can't afford to lose. And now that we know this, we certainly can't afford to do nothing. If we can't
I said that as a joke.
Something that scares him to the point that he grabs the wheel with both hands, and we won't be able to create an opening.
Yeah, I said that last episode.
But we'll need to get inside his head.
Like,
The same way he tried
can
to
we
force his
figure
way
out a
to
way to
top
make
this.
him grab the wheel with both hands? I thought that was funny because he's obviously known for driving with one hand. But now that's the actual strategy. But what can we do to actually scare him to that point? I mean, his tires already are losing their grip.
Impossible. There's hardly any distance between us.
This is a nice beat here.
How is this happening? What are you doing
I mean,
back there, kid?
Takemi's gutter drift is unbeatable. Let's be real.
There's no need to match his pace. Just relax and do your own thing. Your best shot is to take the counter-offensive. You should have already noticed that you can use the gutters and hedges on this course, so you need to take advantage of that when you can. I don't think I have to remind you of everything Project D has writing on this.
Undefeated.
There it is. That's what he's gunning for.
He's gonna take that. There it goes. Yep, I called this out earlier in that episode. He's gonna use his vanishing trick. We could even see a return of the vanishing car trick he does sometimes. It is nice. Combined with the gutters, he's using everything he knows. There it goes. I'm already next to you.
What the
Hey. We're like a magician that hasn't revealed all his tricks. I still got more in my hat, man.
What happened back there?
Wait, am I going crazy or did I just see that? I don't know about you, but I just saw a second set of headlights pop out of freaking nowhere.
Lucky us that we almost exclusively race at night.
Suddenly the kid comes in from the sharpest angle he can even attempt. Now that's a godlike driving technique. I had an idea he was cornering by using the gutters by the hedges, but I decided I must be crazy. It's such an incredibly risky technique. If he missed his timing by even a fraction of a second, he'd lose control and crash into the mountain.
And crash, yeah.
And my car's been lowered as far as it can, so I couldn't copy his move if I wanted to. What he's doing is tailor-made for an older car without anything hanging from its undercarriage. Well played.
Thank you.
I don't know how to tell you this, but Joshima just got passed.
You mean Dr. Godhand Toshio was beaten by some kid?
It's like I was telling you. We got no idea what'll happen in this battle. That's just the way
Yes.
Fujiwara is.
As long as Takemi's behind the wheel, the race is never over until they cross. Or he crashes. But that was only one time. Oh, engine cam? We don't get that too often. Oh my god. Wow, that completely snuck up on me. I genuinely thought that like we would get the final episode to itself, but no, this race is 3 episodes long. Well, 2.5, I guess, but this is this the longest race in the series? Let's get into episode 24. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna talk about it now. That's the last time we'll hear the 4-stage opening. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. It took a second for me to like it because the first 4-stage opening is actually my favorite opening, right next to obviously season 1, opening 1. So to lose that was horrible. But I've come around to this opening. Like I was thinking, noisy drive. My noisy drive. It's kind of catchy. I'm not gonna lie. I like it a lot actually. And now I'm gonna lose this one as well. Act 24. This is it. The season finale. The stage finale. We will be doing extra stage, and I'll talk about that after the episode. Great.
Going into an 8th run, I thought this battle would have been over a long time ago.
This
I don't
is
know about
it.
you, but my nerves are shot.
This is
After
the
a
run.
blind attack and a modified gutter run? I wish I could have seen the look on Godarm's face when he saw what was happening.
Me too, that must have really thrown a monkey wrench into his plans. But we knew Takumi was capable of the modified gutter run, and if we knew it, then so did he. So what was keeping him from pulling that move earlier in the race? Maybe he was just holding back until it all got too tough for him.
Maybe.
No, you're wrong.
What?
The truth is, he probably couldn't have pulled it off earlier even if he'd wanted to. He was completely under his opponent's control. Before then, he lacked the fortitude to do anything on his own. He'd lost the grip on his tires. He was at the edge of defeat. It was that moment that allowed him to push himself for the first time. You could say it was like Takumi's escape from paralysis.
Sure, that makes sense.
Nice.
This is where things get tough. Joshima isn't so slack on the road that he'd let himself be fooled by the same trick twice.
Obviously. Now what? We use all of our tricks, and we have to pass them on this one. This is the run. We can't do a 9th run.
An endurance battle won't go well for us. If that's what this is, we're done for.
Joshima won't lose. He can't lose.
The guy's a perfectionist like you don't know. He tries to use his brain to win, and to do that he sticks to his plan. I'm just hoping that the monkey wrench this kid threw in the works doesn't destroy his concentration.
My head is still a total wreck. All I can do now is gun it and put as much distance between us as I can. It's not flashy, but it should work. I've got to do this before fatigue kills my focus. I have 1 run left in me. I'll pull out my time attack line.
He's using his best line. He said that.
How many runs deep are we? 7? No, this has got to be 8.
This is 8.
Damn it. I am not gonna lose this
He
guy.
stopped counting.
This is wearing the
He's
hell out of me,
tired.
but it's gotta be just as tough on him.
Yeah, and he's old.
After burning this much road time, the mechanical problems of the 8.6 start to become a real concern. I mean, what with her being an older model car and all.
I wouldn't worry about that. The 8.6 is a rock. A boatload of time and money has been poured into that beauty's maintenance. She could take 20 downhills and she wouldn't miss a beat.
Makes me feel better.
The only thing I'm worried about is the modified gutter run that uses the curve. It's different from the gutters in Akina. All the stress here goes into the suspension. It's not good for him to use it over and over.
Really?
But Fujiwara is smart. I'm sure he's figured that out.
I don't
Nah.
know. If that's the way he's got to win this race, then he'll do it.
I feel like he's gonna do it
might just be
anyway.
a
Yeah.
risk worth taking.
I doubt he holds back on that.
I'm impressed. Smooth ride. She's got power and she's fun. You can really feel
Hey,
the
guys.
difference in stability with that four-wheel drive anchoring her.
Bunta?
No wonder Takami's been so down lately. I'd be in a slump too if I had to switch between this and the 8.6.
Don't slander my girl.
He's been whining about a slump, and he might be right. But all that tells me is he still has a long way to go. The mountain pass at Akina is a good, solid home course. Between it and the 8.6, Takami should develop a grounded outlook on racing that'll give him the chance to lock down his technique. It's the perfect training ground.
Well, it obviously worked. In less than a year, he managed to master what it takes most guys 5 or more to get down.
I mean,
Sure did.
he's been
Now
driving
we
since
finally reached the
16.
point on the spectrum where we need to start working seriously on his technique. Nothing specific, but teaching him to think broader and be tougher and find the well-rounded racer I know is inside him. I mean, for starters, you know this. In a battle, there's no such thing as an absolute standard.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you pick the line you're driving, there might be a perfect one on paper, but in reality, you get out there and there could be a dozen possible lines. It depends on 100 different things.
Of course.
Not to oversimplify, but the dogfight's a battle of who can take away the most lines from his opponent. If you can kick out your opponent's line while holding your own, he'll be too busy trying to fix his position to pass you.
That's an excellent point.
A true driver can use whatever line he wants. All I'm doing right now is opening Takami's mind to adaptability. It's the best way I know to get him started on different techniques.
Yeah.
It's taken some time, but you can't deny there have been results. He's not even the same person he was before.
Sounds like he's changing so much it's bordering on scary.
Kind of, but still.
It's crazy that Bunta always knows exactly what Takami needs to learn without ever seeing any of his
This
races.
is weird. There's something different about this run.
I mean, I know the vanishing car trick won't work
I
again,
never paid much
obviously,
attention to my lines during
but
a
he
race.
should go
That's a
for it
rookie thing.
again
I
anyway.
focus on using the tires' full potential and trying for the best possible time. When I first started to practice my one-handed steering, I realized that as long as I did everything I could to save my tires, I'd always log the same times, regardless of the line. So whenever I was in a challenging street race, I would always pick whichever line I felt used my tires most efficiently. And there's my
Okay.
record line right there.
Okay.
To me, lines aren't the objective, just the result of an excellent run.
He's tryharding
Seeing
now.
something amazing happen right now.
Does that mean since this is a real line, we can copy this one?
If you want to be fast on the mountain, you have to be able to haul your ass into a corner with no hesitation at all. How well you know the course matters almost as much as how well you handle the pressure you're feeling. If you're gonna be the faster driver, course knowledge is a basic point, and a big one. That's the
Right.
reason I've put so much emphasis on practice with our expeditions lately.
Wouldn't that mean that the other drivers we've raced have always had the advantage since we've been racing on their home courses?
Correct.
Of course. Even more so in a race between technique-driven drivers. In that case, knowing the course can become a weapon, one that's impossible to defend against.
So what do you think happens tonight?
An endurance test. And the person who snaps first is the loser.
He's pulling away from me? I don't get it. How's he doing that? What am I doing wrong?
He's doing his good line.
The goal is close. I'm gonna lose.
Oh,
Almost there. I lose this kid now and it's all mine.
how close do you have to be?
Damn it, I can hardly focus on the road.
Just a little farther. I've got to do something. Anything. I'm running out of time.
Yeah, if you know it, man, do it. Is it gonna break?
Oh no. What the hell have I done?
No.
I wonder if he messed up his speed control when he jumped that curb.
The suspension isn't responding. It's gone.
No.
I lost.
Really? What's happening? No way. We lost because he was an old man. I mean, we won because he's an old man that just had to throw up from the G-force of racing for 8 endurances.
I cannot believe that's how you lost.
I'm sorry, man. Look, I'm not making excuses, but maybe it has something to do with this heat wave we've been having. My appetite hasn't been normal lately.
Yeah,
I
he's been
suspect it's
hot
all
all
this pressure
today.
that has my stomach in knots.
Been drinking a lot of
But
water
I
too.
never would have thought I'd throw up. And in the middle of a race, no less.
I say you should have just kept puking all over yourself and made it.
As you're trying to puking all over the windshield.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say. My concentration was blown before I knew it. The fatigue hit me like water crashing through a busted dam. That was it. I was out.
I
I
can't
didn't know
believe
you were
that.
hurting so bad.
I honestly didn't expect the race to last as long as it did. I planned to end it a run earlier. Guess we saw how well that worked. They stuck me with God as a nickname. But I'm just a middle-aged loser trying to keep my youth intact.
Wow. Like,
This
I'm
might
like
get a little tricky down here.
flabbergasted.
I think we ought to get back to Gunma and do a proper alignment check.
Can it be driven back into town?
As long as you don't stress her out, she should do fine.
I'm sorry I jacked her up.
Don't be down on yourself.
We
It'll be fixed
lost.
in no time.
But
I was the one who knew the risks about the curve. That's why I told you to go for it. You remember that? I know
Yeah.
you're beating yourself up because you think you lost in terms of technique, but in the end you won the battle, and that's what matters.
yeah, I guess you're right, but
No.
I don't know.
It was a good lesson for you to learn. The point of the race was getting you to watch the lines. If I'm not mistaken, your view on driving the lines changed tonight, didn't it?
Yeah.
Take everything you learned with you. It isn't like you need all the answers now. You're still growing, you know, both you and Project D. It's time to relax, take a break. Considering the condition of the 8-6, I think we'll just have Keisuke's hill climb be the heavy on the timed attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
You know, obviously, Takemi needed a loss. They've been talking about it the past couple of episodes about how he really needs a one more loss to fully
But I
have
can't
him
think of a single theory or
grasp.
formula that could explain Fujiwara's luck when it comes to winning. Like when he raced
Driving.
against that pro Tomoyuki Tachi. Or tonight.
Right.
The guy keeps picking up wins that are nothing short of miraculous.
He's
a
cheating.
mystery to me and even
He
to
has
himself.
plot armor, one could
And he
say,
was born
yeah.
with something special. A gift.
Hey, Project D is undefeated. So, to end on a race where Takemi himself feels like I lost, we can still move on being undefeated as Project D, and Takemi himself can feel like he had a personal loss, and he can
Don't
grow
worry,
from this.
I'll live. You seem relaxed, ready for the next round?
Sure. I was born ready. I almost feel sorry for the kid I'm racing. There's no way he'll ever take my record in that car. My GTR could be picked up right now and dropped into a pro race, and I doubt anybody would so much as blink.
Maybe
Oh,
so,
yeah?
but it wouldn't exactly be a fair race. If there were any regulations to street racing, then it'd clearly be in violation.
Not like I can help it. I lost the battle. But I still get to save a little face in the end, right?
Yeah, the time trial.
So, what about the kid on the downhill? If he hadn't screwed up the 8-6 and could do the time attack, what do you think had happened?
If that was the case, kid might give me a run for my money.
I can't say that's the most comforting thing you've ever said to me. So the course record you made in the S2000 could be beaten by an 8-6? You
On the
can't
downhill,
be serious.
yeah.
Serious as a heart attack. If you're looking at the downhill, that 8-6 is a force to be reckoned with. His speed was solid and his concentration was unmatched. It was better than I ever expected. It may have been just for a second or two, but at one point he actually forced me to grab onto the steering wheel with both hands.
Wow. I get it now. I didn't realize he was that good.
To wield that amount of skill at that young of an age, it's a scary thing.
Yeah, Takemi's understanding of the gutter is better than most people.
How'd
Huh?
he do?
Not great.
Damn!
Dang.
Man, that sucks. On the second and third runs, he was still improving on his personal best.
That's fair.
Sucks.
So sad we couldn't go for PD as well.
We need to get back to the chief and report these results soon.
I'm having a hard time just standing here. I can't tell you how much I want to race that guy again.
Man, maybe that driving school will come back for fifth stage to make a little
That was too
return.
bad.
That kind of thing happens.
You can really handle yourself out there. Can I say one thing to you?
What?
I don't think you're the kind of driver who should stay on this side of things for long. If you want, I could introduce you to the proper people, get you moving on to bigger and better things.
He did say he wanted to do pro
I
stuff.
appreciate the offer, sir. But I still have a few things I feel like I need to accomplish where I am right now.
Okay. I think he wants to be talking to me first.
That's fine. It's not like I can force you into it. See you around.
Can I get your number though? I might want to do it later. But I think
We
Ryosuke
still
got it.
have a long road ahead.
Yeah, like
There are still better drivers out there.
are we gonna do another stage of Project D?
Excuse me.
Which is cool. I like Project D. This is a very we basically the season it's not over, but I'm gonna
Before
speak
we
a little
start,
bit.
I should warn you my style is original and completely self-taught, so you won't see
What's
it
that?
anywhere else. I'll show you, but I can't promise you'll be able to get much out of it.
Oh, really?
Godarm's gonna let him ride shotgun. Generous move.
Thank you,
And
man.
surprisingly enough, he almost jumped at the idea. Between us, Fumihiro, I wish it was me sitting in Joshima's passenger seat.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, this is really
Anytime you are.
great just to know just being behind the experienced
Now
driver.
that's a hell of a rare experience. I doubt anyone's had the privilege Fujiwara's enjoying. He gets to
Yeah.
watch Joshima's technique up close and personal.
Lucky him.
Those two are more similar than either one of them might think. The impact on Fujiwara could be enormous. The amazing thing about his steering isn't that he does it with one hand. You need to look at how he's doing it, Fujiwara.
Look, man.
The battles for D will continue. You need to burn everything you see tonight into your brain and let it scar.
Okay,
You're gonna
more
need
D.
it. There are many more difficult battles that lie ahead. You're gonna figure out how to use it all someday.
Back to the gas station.
Here we are, the three of us, lonely again.
Dude, you don't even work there anymore. Go home.
You know, if I saw a girl near any one of you, I might die from the shock.
Don't say that, boss. We feel bad enough.
Iski was
When I
close.
was your age, I had at least 2 chicks around me at all times. I didn't have a Friday night to myself till I was 20.
I wonder if one of us emits some kind of female-repelling pheromone like the opposite of those colognes.
All of you.
Maybe.
All three of you.
Hey, what do you
Don't look at me.
for? Hey, look, it's Takumi. So,
Hey, what's up?
heard you won another big race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not so much a win. It was more of a tie.
Don't be so modest. A win is still a win, man.
If you had been there to see it, I don't think you'd be saying that.
Hey.
The Impreza? Where's the 8.6?
I
In
blew
the
the
shop.
8.6's suspension at the end of the race last night. She's being repaired as we speak.
Wait, so you're telling me you're free today?
Looks like it.
Then climb off your throne and go for a drive with us for once. Ikatani, Kenji, what do you guys say?
Yeah, that sounds like fun. And maybe Takumi can teach me a couple of his moves.
Hey, me too. And since we don't have
That'll
any
be
cheeks
fun.
to tie us down, then we can make this a boys' night.
4 young men and not a girlfriend in the bunch. It's almost tragic. I hope they can put an end to this drought soon.
Takumi's technically on a break. You know what I mean?
I
He,
just
I
try to
mean,
drive my hardest no matter who I'm up against or where I am.
You dog.
Quit acting like that, man. I just race cars.
oh, he
I
got
know
serious.
it sounds too easy, but it's what
This
works
is
best
opening
for
one,
me.
isn't it?
I still have so much left that I want to accomplish, and the road ahead of me is going to be a long one.
In this silly situation, I want to rage my
There goes the outro. So I'm gonna speak a little until somebody stops me. But it's crazy. This stage, we basically had 2 MCs. I mean, at the beginning it was a little iffy. 2 of Keisuke's races got cut.
It's all fixed up?
Yep. I got her back last night.
Good.
Nice.
Here you go.
The water, of course.
I'll see you later, Dad.
Yeah. I don't care what he says. He loves driving that thing.
He does.
I can tell.
I mean, he said it, yeah. He treats that car as a child, man. He loves it.
You're an excellent driver, but skill isn't everything. And it's unbelievably hard to maintain once you decide you're too good to practice. If you don't have your eyes forward,
That was a good race.
constantly looking at where you're headed, you're never going to reach the next level.
Yeah, a specific
And if
car
you ask me,
that was
that's a
made to
big
beat
part
him,
of what it takes to
raced
become
by
a
a
master.
pro.
Me, I'm old now. The best I can do is maintain what I have. But you're still young, kid. You can
Yeah.
aim higher. And
He
you
used
should.
that vanishing car
Every
trick
day.
and then beat him on a straightaway.
Even if you can only take away the smallest idea about what I do from riding shotgun with me today, I'll be very happy with that. It'll mean that you and I meeting each other had more than a little significance.
I know you're beating yourself up because you think you lost in terms of technique, but in the end you won the battle, and that's what matters.
I
Take
guess.
everything you learned with you. It isn't like you need all the answers now. You're still growing, you know, both you and Project D.
What Ryosuke said was right. He's always right.
He is always right,
You need to
isn't
burn
he?
everything you see tonight into your brain and let it scar. You're gonna need it. There are many more difficult battles that lie ahead. And when the time comes along, you'll be ready.
There are still a lot of obstacles I have to overcome. Too many to count. But I will get past them. One at a time. In my 8.6 and with Project
Thumbnail
D.
shot, maybe? Y'all like that? We'll see. Until next time. I'm guessing this says initial D will be back, maybe. I don't know. I can't read Japanese. Yeah, that's the opening. I mean, that's the ending. Yeah. Usually they play the credits as they go through scenes, but I guess they just ended the season on credits. So let me just check real quick before I really get into the full deep dive breakdown. Initial D 5th stage, which we will be doing next. Well, we'll be doing extra stage, of course, because if you didn't know, Keisuke's first 2 races are banished to extra stage. They didn't put them into the series. in the main series. So we will be doing Extra Stage next on this Tuesday. And then on next Saturday, so in 1 week, we will be starting Fifth Stage. And I, of course, Keisuke might be my second favorite character. Well, not might be. It's definitely my second favorite. Like, it's definitely like my top three is definitely some combination of Takemi, Keisuke, Ryosuke. I know generic. I mean maybe that is generic. I don't know. I haven't really seen Initial D fans online, so maybe that's the most generic take of all time. But true. Uh, I for one, yeah. So I just checked. This stage is 14 episodes. That's only 7 weeks. And then obviously, final stage is only 4 parts. 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'll do each part separately. Or maybe I should do 2 parts. So that means Initial D is only 9 weeks away from being finished on my channel. So I guess I have to talk in finality because there is a spinoff. I'm pretty sure there's two that are like sequels. I'm pretty sure one's called Ghost, which will be done next. But that's a whole bunch of stuff that I could talk about at the end of final stage. But at fourth stage retrospective, this might be my favorite stage and all. Like I mean, like it has some of the best races, obviously. For first stage, it is a great introductory to the series, and you caught, or of course you meet Ryosuke, and then he's like that looming threat throughout the whole season of you getting to Ryosuke, and he finally races him, and he beats him on Akina, which obviously you can say isn't a real win because he beat Akina, not Ryosuke. So I'm wondering if and they did do like a little like pseudo race we never saw the ending to at the end of third stage. I don't know if that outcome is posted anywhere that I can know that like did Takemi win. I'm guessing he did. And Takemi, unless I'm wrong, he had ambitions to try to do the pro scene. That obviously he means like after all the D stuff, but he did say that. Unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure Keisuke also said that in a similar manner. Like after the D stuff, maybe we'll try pro. So I'm wondering if that will be. Obviously fifth stage is 14 episodes, so I'm guessing this is gonna really wrap up the D arc, but final stage is only 4 parts. I'm just thinking, man, like, wow, this series is almost over. I'm loving Initial D, man. Takemi is probably one of my favorite sports anime MC. He is invincible. He probably has some of the greatest plot armor in sports anime. Unironically, I mean, as you even saw in that last race, Ryosuke literally said Takemi's luck is otherworldly, godly. And he literally won with a broken suspension because the other dude was just old and had a heat stroke. Well, I have no beef with that. To say that Project D is undefeated is great. I guess I will touch on it a little bit right now again. Relationships in this series kind of suck, man. Every episode with a girl sucked. Well, obviously not the racing ones. Like Kyoko and Mako had some great races, but every relationship episode kind of sucked, and most of them were Itsuki episodes. I see my analytics on YouTube. You guys don't watch the Itsuki episodes either that I react to, and it sucks, man, because I just want to see the two characters get together happily ever after, and we never have to mention their relationship going through any troubles. But obviously, that's not how you write a story. You want to show the ups and downs and breakups and like drama and all that stuff. But man, they were just torturing this Itsuki man. It's this Itsuki dude. Like I don't even think that last one was his fault, really. I mean, like a little bit, but like not really, really. And obviously, we haven't seen Takemi's girl the whole stage. I mean, she went to college. Good for her. Actually, genuinely good for her. She's in Tokyo. Apparently, that's only a three. I don't want to say only, but that's a 3 hour drive, dude. And he didn't go see her at all. I mean, obviously, we were locked in on D. So I'm wondering if she'll make an appearance next stage. I mean, there's just so many more things that I want to happen that probably don't have space for, just because we're going to be doing race into race into race into race. Uh, the only problem, well, not problem. With Project B, we're meeting new characters every episode. Every set of 2 episodes, it is a new race with new characters in a new spot on a new track, right? And obviously, I love my first stage characters that probably aren't going to come back. Those first stage characters, there's no space for them to. I had a dream of the first stage characters coming back and getting their run back against this new Takumi, and they probably got better and on a stage that's not Akina, so he could get real wins against everyone. But I got no beef with how the series is playing out. Obviously, I'll say it again. I like Initial D. You guys like watching Initial D. We're gonna keep doing that. And Ryosuke obviously took a full mental role this stage. That was really cool to see. Obviously, he retired. I don't know if he was. I'm hoping he would. Well, not hoping, but like he should have been serious about that. At the end of first stage, he said, "If I lose, I'm retiring." And then third stage, no, at the beginning, uh, no, in second stage, he raced only just because he didn't want to be called a punk and that he was running away from somebody. And then he won that one. And then in third stage, he raced again against Takemi. That one run back that they had that we don't know the outcome to. And now at fourth stage, he hasn't raced at all. And I'm guessing at fifth stage, if it's continuation of D, he's going to still be in this sit back racing in his mentor role, which is kind of sad. Well, not kind of sad because we all love Ryosuke. We would love to see the white comet come back out, yeah. But obviously, the D stuff is happening. So I'm guessing the series might end on D stuff. I'm kind of talking my way into corners. I'm not like thinking like cohesively of everything. I'm just saying. I don't know. Am I saying the same stuff over and over again? I'm just trying to have a overarching look at the series, but obviously, I would like to see. I don't think there's any like apparently like plot holes, but I do like Takumi still. I don't think his struggles with the 8-6 were fully solved at the end of the stage. So I still think that's going to be like an overarching thing that's happening because obviously I don't think he will be getting a new car. At least not in this series. Maybe in a sequel spinoff. We'll see. It's something different. But I also made that. I was going to make that joke. They were like, "You're chasing a ghost." The next series is called Ghost Something. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to wrap up. I can't think of anything right now to say. I know that the second I stopped recording this rant, I'm gonna like forget like the exact thing I wanted to say, and I try to sneak in a couple things about like the opening and stuff throughout the reaction. This video is over an hour long, an hour and five. I thought it said an hour 50 minutes. That's an hour and 5 minutes long. So I'll go ahead and let y'all go. Peace.